Let's see, I was able to start a little bit earlier than 6:10, I think so. Let's see. A little bit. A few minutes. Morning, everybody. Manu, Bounty Hunter Exploration, Nils, Watson, Matt. Hello, good morning. Authentically Lola, Chris, Fox, Pamela, Kaylee, Closeted for Joshi, Doreen, Hans, Kimberly, Kay, Slave Bunny, hey. Welcome. Welcome back. Kim O, Garth, Peter, greetings. Let's see. Momo, good morning. Anna, hello. Hey, Stefan. Dano. Good Frosty, ERT International, yes. Good morning, and we are walking early. It is a commute, so I'm going to try to see if I remember how to pick up the pace a little bit. No sunrise today. Well, I mean, there will be one. I don't want to say there won't be a sunrise. That'll be too much. Sue, hello. Sammy, hi. Soccer. But I am not walking to catch the sunrise. Got to get to the west side, which is not the best side for sunrise. In New York, anyway. Except that one time, we did catch a sunrise from the west side, and it looked very nice over the buildings in Manhattan. Ooh, there's still a lot of iced over snow melt, but we'll do our best. Chris, morning. Joan, yes, to work. Hey, you got a Gambino, welcome back. See you on the Lower East Side. Am I sleeping? I don't think so. Vimanu, pretty much as the stream title says, Upper West Side. Owen Meyer, hello. Did we lose signal? Should be okay. Well, it'll come back, I think, if we lost it. Cincy Bros Coasters 365, hello. What do I think about cryptocurrency? I think it's demonstrated its place in the world, so I think it's here to stay. Hey, Travel Addicted with a €10.99 super chat. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying. When I see the sunrise, probably from the East River. You can start to see already some of the blue sky opening up. I have before, Abhimanyu. It's not like it's hidden, but it's just not always conducive to what I'm doing at the time. I have gloves and everything, and to switch to the front camera can be a little complicated. Muzz, I don't go into details about what I do. Denise, hello, good morning. Almost lunchtime for you. If you look at some of my old walking tech videos, I definitely have. But that's why nobody knows, because nobody's watched them. Daisy Shih Tzu from Turkey. Hey. Am I in sales? No, I'm not in sales. Amanda, hello. Guess I'm gonna have to do another auto tuning of the motor. I got some different adapters for my streaming setup here to try to minimize the issues we had the other day. Just after 10 p.m., Mr. Wonderful, in Eastern Australia. Past my bedtime for you. Now let's see if I can cross here. To avoid the scaffolding. Lita, hello. Kojak, hi. Yeah, because I'm using a different adapter, it looks like my gimbal wants to lean a little bit more frequently, so I'll have to do an auto tune again. Auto tuning of the motors, I mean, in the gimbal. Nabul, hey. Morning. Lion King, hello. I don't know if I said hello to Owen yet. Hello, Owen. Good to hear, Stefan. A few folks have said that it looks better on the big TV. Temperature right now should be in the upper 20s Fahrenheit. I think I saw 27 or 28 before I left. Before I started the stream anyway. Bella, doing all right. How are you? Where does New York dump all the snow? Well, they don't really dump the snow. They just push it to the sides. And I don't do Twitch anymore because of whenever I simulcast to both YouTube and Twitch, I can't see anyone's icons. It just shows either a YouTube icon next to their chat name or a Twitch icon, not their customized icon. So I don't recognize people as quickly. And since there's only ever like 10 to 15 viewers on Twitch, I feel like this is the way to go. Dave, hello. Mr. Wonderful, we never had a lockdown. We had a lockdown that wasn't named a lockdown around the beginning of the whole pandemic in March and April. They called it a pause, however. But there's just some restrictions on certain things like indoor dining, shows, movies. Lee, good morning. There's Nightbot, so it's 26, I guess. Yeah, V2 Tiger, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't make too much of a difference in terms of if I saw your chats or not, because they would all come in at the same time and be merged with the YouTube chat, so it didn't really make it much easier for me. Let's see, we're on 42nd Street now, and 3rd Avenue. Just the lottery reset. V2 Tiger, glad you're enjoying either way. Haven't decided how I'm gonna specifically walk there yet. I could either go up 5th Avenue and then go through Central Park, or I can avoid Central Park and just go straight to the west side. Did I watch the Super Bowl? I had it on in the background, but I wasn't really watching. Yeah, we're close to Grand Central, major transit hub in New York. And A lot of people are still coming in to work. And 42nd Street ends up being a common place for commuters to walk. Oh, 86 Ronaldo. Hello, good morning. Here's Lexington Avenue. You know, Action Kid walked around here the other day. Empty. Jaggy, hello, welcome back. I also think early morning is one of the best times to walk in New York, Stefan. Dave, you getting a lot of snow over there? Northeast of England? Oh boy. Grand Central to my right. Without any lights highlighting it, just kind of fades into the background. The Dawn Patrol, Elliot, yes. My favorite time as well. Combe, hello, I'm good, how are you? Hey, Giovi. Hello to you in Florida. It's foggy over there, huh? It's very clear over here today. All right, a little bit of snow melt that's frozen over. Wonderful, yeah, it's a lot easier right now. There's still some places that streets aren't as well cleaned. So this area in general gets cleaned up much faster. When does summer start in New York? I mean, same time as anywhere else, technically, in the Northern Hemisphere. Just the weather probably starts really getting warm in May. We're usually in light jacket mode in April, and then May, for me, is when I usually end up losing my jacket completely. Oh, Brian, on a vacation in Barbados. Hello to you. Good morning. Albania. Hello to you, Albert. That's right, Australia is in the summer right now, being in the southern hemisphere. Hey, Angel, good morning. Welcome. Good to see you. Daniela, hi. Continue onwards on 42nd Street, walking west. I mean, all the snow's right here. And the area that we are right now, the snow gets cleaned very quickly and pretty thoroughly. So the sidewalk's very open right now. See, I don't know how many people need to walk in a line to block the sidewalk, but that's always fun. Let's see. All right, the Lunar New Year, isn't that Friday? Officially? I don't know if there's like a wind up to it. Am I close to Times Square? Not really, but kind of actually. I like to avoid Times Square at this hour. It's still a little bit odd. Petra, hello to you in Hungary. E. Turner, good morning. Just passed by McDonald's. Bob G in Alabama, hello. Let's see, the Schwartzman building of the New York Public Library is here. But I have to decide whether I'm going to keep walking west or walk on 5th Avenue North. Let's go on 5th Avenue for a little bit. I'm on 42nd and 5th. 42nd Street, 5th Avenue. It's not bad, Elliott Brown. Much different than it was, but at nighttime still a little bit weird. Last time I live streamed there at this hour, some guys started following me for a little while, so you know, not interested in that today. Serious Sam, good series, thank you. Yeah, it's quite a bit lively this morning, isn't it, Dave? Andrew in Toronto. That's what it seems like, but still two pretty large metropolitan cities. 4K Wanderer is a good guy from Toronto. Does some live stream videos there. LA, yeah, I mean, that's should be vastly different from LA. .44th Street. All right, light should be changing for him. He's not going to make that light. There we go. Oh yeah, the sunset stream yesterday, yeah. I managed to catch part of that too. Gareth, hello. Kate in Guam, the weather is chilly, but not too bad for me. It's not very windy today. It's about 26, 27 Fahrenheit. Usually nobody bothers me in the street. I'm not like the smallest person. So people usually don't bother me, but you know. There's one rule that I learned from a friend, and that is never mess with somebody who has nothing to lose. I think that's a pretty good words to live by. RJ Wertheimer, hello. Mark in Colorado. Keith in Jersey, across the river. Hey. MZ Entree. Ms. Entree. Hello. Somebody asked if there's more snow coming. I thought there was potentially snow tomorrow, but I think the weather system shifted because I'm not seeing it on my forecast. Hey, Strawberry Fields in the house. Good morning. Construction starts early. Passing by the Diamond District. Hence these towers here, lamp posts. But I think we're gonna walk by Rockefeller for a moment. Rodrigo, not always, but because it is a commute, I do have to make sure I take an efficient route. So there's only very few ways I could do that. Right now, my decision is if I'm gonna go through Central Park or go around it. Jericho Bogdan, yes. Pedestrians in New York will cross whenever. Yeah, Jenny, if you see my morning stream from Brooklyn on Monday, vastly different as to how clean the sidewalks are. Vastly. Saks Fifth Avenue's across the street. If you remember, they're the ones that do that big light show around Christmas time. Jade E.D. Glad you're enjoying. But yeah, if you have to sleep, you gotta sleep. Alright, should we make a quick pass by Rockefeller? Let's do that. Hey, 520, hello again. Thank you, I hope you do as well. Hey, Angel. Really appreciate that $9.99 super chat. Grab a coffee, tea, or bagel. Ooh, yali. Whatever you have, enjoy it. All the best to you and your wife. God bless. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate that a lot. Still a lot of renovation going on here by the skating rink. The car is going so slow, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Can you eat in New York, in the restaurants in New York now? Well, they're supposed to open now Friday for indoor dining. Is what they're saying here. $520, yes. As of about, well, almost 3 weeks this Friday, there is. I still wonder if that shack in the middle, that wooden shed, is actually made of the tree that was standing here. Maybe somebody can find out. Center. Do they call it the Comcast building now? Jamie, one day I will. I've definitely been there before. Well, the skating is closed now, Exploration. Now let's go back to Fifth Avenue. Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. I mean, these early morning streams are something I used to do more. But now I'm less likely to do them unless it's specifically a commute. But overall, the baby's doing good. Just not sleeping, which is nice. Still pretty tired, probably. Haven't slept enough. And yeah, Strawberry Fields, that's pretty much all I'll say about that. Where's the Today Show? Right at Rockefeller Center. See, this street has a specific right turn signal for the cars. So most people actually end up standing in front of the cars, waiting to cross, because they're trying to catch the light before it changes, but then they end up getting beeped because they're crossing too soon. Ruben, hello. St. Patrick's Cathedral, of course. I know I just showed it, but I didn't mention it. It's not a specific requirement, Anna. Evelyn, thank you. Outside, anyway. I know the suggestion is you're going to be within 6 feet of somebody to have a mask on. In New York, that is very likely to happen many times during even a walk outside, so that it is what it is. All right, light's still changing, so we can go. Appreciate that change. Yeah, the sky is getting lighter and lighter as we walk. We're not going to see what I like to call an explicit sunrise, since we're not looking at it directly, but it's there. Yeah, I'm thinking I am going to go through Central Park. Let's see what it looks like. It's been about 10 days, 9 days since the big storm from last Monday. This past Sunday we got a little bit of snow, but it didn't stick. So we'll see what Central Park looks like now. Vaughn's asking about the hotels. Not all of them are open. I think some have closed and are not reopened yet, but some of them are still open and have been. I just don't know exactly which ones. Cars are coming. You can see more of the sky. The Altice building in the background right there used to be the Citibank building, which was pretty much the tallest building in Queens for a long time. Yeah, Plaza's been closed for a while. That one's been closed for a while. Are there cool new skyscrapers being built? Yeah, I mean, one Vanderbilt by Grand Central. It's probably going to be the next big one to open up. And it's going to have its own observation deck. Outdoor one, actually. That should be cool. Gareth, well, this past Sunday, when they claimed we were going to get 3 to 6 inches, I think we got like nothing. But the week before, I forget the exact total in Central Park. I think it was around 16 or so. The Snoopy show is back. Huh. Oh, my sleep right now is definitely not well regulated. Not with the newborn. Is Broadway fully open? No. I mean, in terms of the street's open. If you mean in the shows, not till middle of the year was the last plan I heard. We'll see if that gets changed at all. Hopefully not. Unless it gets moved up. That's what I'm hoping for, Kim. Dave, thank you for letting me know, because I'm always going to keep wondering if that shed was made from the tree, and I always forget to look it up after. So I'm glad you looked it up for me. Thank you. So it's a modernized urban approach to the concept of a woodshed with a birch wood. Aha. Birch. What's the time now? Probably about 6:30 in the morning. 6:34. There it goes. Thanks, Strawberry Fields. Which tower? This tower? Yeah, Ruben, it is crazy that it's been 20 years. Fancy shed. All right. It's supposed to be the Louis Vuitton building. I think they always have an interesting art installation on their facade. Paul, work. Oh, we got two folks with the Strawberry Fields nickname. Robin Ferguson, hello, good morning. I am indeed Jason Tatum. Apple Store. Nightbot is not real. It is a robot. All right, there's 10 seconds before this light changes, so if there's no cars coming forward, I'm gonna cross. Yep. Rocky, I used to play chess but I really haven't played since I left Russia. You know, it was a requirement in Russia. Everyone does chess, piano, and ballet. I mean, not exactly, but that's what it felt like. Burrito, yes. Very normal in New York. No problem, Jade. Как дела? Спасибо, says Nabul. Hello, how are things? Thank you. Essentially is the translation. I am well, how are you? Все хорошо. Okay, a little bit of ice there. Fernando, good morning. Simran, doing all right. Slept a little better last night. So that's a positive. Kirk in Georgia, hello. By MetLife, right above Grand Central, your old neighborhood. Definitely a busy place. Well, during the daytime, weekdays. If it's a weekend or after business hours, the place gets quiet. Hello, Palan. Снег. Растаял немного у вас. Yeah, a little bit. Rastyle. Melted a little bit. But by Central Park, we should still see a lot more snow. Melina, yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be needed. We have a friend helping out some nights, which is very nice of her to do. Turn around at a 360. Do a brief one. Oh, I forgot to mention the Plaza Hotel. Usually when I'm commuting, I'm not paying attention as much to the things to show. Pierre Hotel is here. I've been to one wedding here, which was way out of my usual social circle. Yeah, definitely got to auto-tune my gimbal motors again. Jovi, yes. Mark Wathen here, hello. Russell, it is pretty chilly today. But there's not much wind, so I'm actually warming up quite a bit by walking. Denise, glad to hear that it's clear. And hopefully if I auto-tune the motors later, we'll have even less drift of the gimbal. Daily smiling, glad you're enjoying the snow. Hopefully most of Central Park is still snow covered, so we will be going in there eventually because I got to get across the park and go west. So the street right here is pretty good. I still see some salt residue here, so it's probably going to stay relatively comfortable. But if the snow melts and it gets even colder, it might still freeze over here, make it difficult. Yeah, Nabul, for sure. It was interesting to experience that kind of group. Oh, I think, well, on the next block I'm going to look to the right and see if we could see what the sunrise is looking like already. The sun is rising earlier and earlier each day ever since December 20th. Hey, Sleepless in Las Vegas is back. $1.49 super sticker, thank you. Appreciate that. Bounty Hunter, thanks for stopping by. Multitasking is not for you, Dave. Hey. What is it? There's an old saying I heard. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time. Quoted, mid-30s. Vicky, hello. Vicky, everyone's good. And just like Mrs. Commuter, we only call it baby Commuter for now on the stream. I didn't start watching WandaVision yet, not yet. And I don't really talk about my job, but I have said in the past that I'm in healthcare. Yes, hump day, Joe Childs. Everything TikTok Pro, hello. I'm not sure what you mean, Jade. Average amount of money per week. I'm not sure. Tony, hello. No car, so let's go. All right, I will look, I will watch. I heard there's already some cameos on it that could be seen as pretty big. Oh, I see, Owen. Yeah, I mean, that was my general motto before. I feel like I'm going to bed even earlier these days. The baby goes to sleep around 8 or so, and I end up saying, like, you know what? When the baby sleeps, I sleep. So I try to go down around the same time. Local Transit. Good baby name. There was like this wrestler named Mass Transit. I thought that was a really good name. I think his story is overall pretty sad, though. I should probably start going in the park soon. Yeah, let's do that. If I go this way, maybe we could even walk by. I don't know yet. Let's see. I'll go in here. Oh, Jade, it really varies. On normal streams like today, it's less because it's not a big event like a snowstorm. Active snowstorm. Joey arrives tomorrow. To New York? Welcome. From the future. Or to the future, since you're coming tomorrow. Denise, yeah, it seems to be the way to do it for now. And I know I'm going to listen to you because you have the experience. At Park Duty, yes, I'm going inside Central Park, which is still partly frozen from snow melt. See, the snow melts from the side and drifts over. Ah, Dave, you were supposed to already be here pretty soon. But alas, global situation's not back yet. Moon, hello. Am I tired? I mean, I'm just fatigued from not sleeping as much, but otherwise I'm pretty good. There's Balto. That looks like a 4-part snowman over there. Snow person. Nice. Leo Queen, thank you. Thanks, Ms. Entree. Oh yeah, Crazy Disney Lady. I stopped by her stream yesterday for a bit too. I think she said she's going to do a very long stream today. Oh, was that a super chat I saw? Sleepless in Las Vegas, 2 hours. $2 super chat. You did 3.5 hour walk today. Hellosaur, yeah, that's a good lengthy walk. All right, under the tunnel we go. The acoustics change. I like to make some noise here. Do-do-do-do. Sorry. How cold is it? I think it's in the 20s, upper 20s now. Still 26, okay. Thanks, Strawberry Fields. Ooh, still a bit slippery here, okay. Let's be careful. I'm gonna walk up the mall, which is the walkway over here. That leads to Bethesda Fountain, I believe. I did watch King of Queens. I enjoyed that show. Dave, £4.99 for breakfast, coffee, lunch, your call. Appreciate the walks as ever. Thanks, Dave. Very kind of you. Yonkers wouldn't be part of the city so much. I think it's up in Westchester. But I've never walked that far. I am Anna. It ends up just being easier than to keep removing and whatnot. Plus, it keeps my face warmer, especially my nose. We're walking down the mall in Central Park that leads up to Bethesda Fountain. I think it does. I think if we go down there right now, we might see it frozen over. Unless you mean the Jackie Onassis Reservoir. Personally, I've never seen that one frozen over, but I'm sure that one can too. Brian, hello. In Croatia. Hi, Matko. Awesome. Coffee to nie zamierzasz go. No, нет. Мне холодно мне сейчас. I'm not cold right now. Pretty warm, actually. Prabhat from India. Hello. The road's a little bit slippery, yeah. But not too bad. This looks like a pretty involved ice sculpture. Not ice, but snow sculpture on my right. Looks like it might be the Kraken or some kind of octopus. This looks very nice. David, usually not too many people coming out in Central Park on a weekday morning like this. No ice chains. Dr. Richmond, iPhone 12 mini on a Moza Mini P gimbal. Today I'm just wearing hiking boots because I figured not everything's going to be fully melted or cleaned, and that was a good call. Somebody asked what time to start work. It depends on the day, but the earlier the better. Anita, yes, back to work. Jesus Christ, with a $9.99 super chat. Jesus says, where would we be without our smartphones? Yeah, it's one of those things where 20 years ago, never would have thought about it, but now that we have them, it'll be much harder to live without because we're so used to it. Yeah, although I heard the iPhone 12 mini isn't doing that well in terms of sales, probably because the iPhone 2020 SE came out. Right before, earlier this year, but I don't know. Just gotta be careful here with these stairs because they're pretty slippery. Oops, it's still slippery here. This area, the snow wasn't really cleaned, but because it has so much foot traffic, it got very compressed and is now very frozen over. So it's a bit slippery. Thank you, Paul. It's kind of the middle of Central Park. I believe Home Alone had a scene filmed here. But up there, also on top of this, where I just walked by, there's a lot of movie scenes filmed up there too, and down here. Hopefully one day everything TikTok Pro. Glad you're enjoying Kimberly, but you're in an ice storm, be careful. But here is where we could see the, ooh, people have already been walking on this. That's not a good idea, but still interesting. Yeah, people really did start walking on this water. I mean, I know Jesus can do it, but I don't know. I'm not that brave. Maybe if I didn't weigh 200 plus pounds. Be happy. Yes, da, raboto. Yeah, I'm not gonna, don't worry. This is all ice here. Okay. Fine. Sumi, yes. Yeah, sleepless in Las Vegas. I guess it's all relative. It's all relative. Either way, I'm not walking on that ice. Because they have all these ice rescue ladders on the sides too. But if I'm the only person here and there's nobody to throw me a ladder, they're not very useful, are they? I don't have spikes, no. Okay, they didn't really clean up this part. So this is really slowing down my commute. I think it's almost 7 a.m. now. Sumit. Okay, this is really all frozen over. It's interesting how some parts of the Central Park are so clean, but others are just not at all. We're approaching Bow Bridge. Jesus Espinoza, hola, hablas español? Poquito, muy poquito, very little. All right. Here's Bow Bridge. We'll try to walk over. Looks there's at least one pathway in the middle that we can use. That's cleaned out. Single file. Nicola from Serbia, hello. All right. So most of these are actually duck footprints. Vanted, hello. These are all duck prints. Yeah, Dakota's right over there. Which means Strawberry Fields is right by there also, for which S Fields 99 is named. What time did I wake up? Around 5. Something like that. Ray's famous today, says Jesus Christ. Not sure about that. 7 a.m. just about, yeah. Yeah, Donald Duck. It's not Daffy. With the sound that I made, probably. Okay. So now my goal is just to get west. Out of the park. And just off Central Park West, because Central Park West seems to give me service issues. Won't be too fun. New and Practical Jokers, I think the first episode already aired last Thursday. Hopefully sheltered, Jade, at this point. No hot dog sellers at 7 a.m. $5 a.m., Anna. Around 100th Street or so. Maybe 100th and Columbus-ish. Yeah, babies like random noises. I got plenty. She still doesn't seem to be interested in those kinds of things yet, but I imagine soon. Nicole, yeah, I think one day we could do some kind of a movie tour. But so many things are filmed in New York, probably everywhere could be considered a movie spot, but not the famous ones, of course. But I think you understand what I mean. Joe Childs, hello. Not sure why that was all purple here. A little running water for you. Chavi is my fan. Hello, Chavi. Yeah, I'm not sure why I saw purple here. Some sort of flowers, I think, were here. Like those. Might have bled into the ice. How many steps a day? All varies. Today, probably over 20,000 total, after I'll be done. Later also. Not this morning. This morning's probably going to be up 13,000 or so, maybe less. Alright, this is becoming troublesome here. I gotta navigate my way out of this park. Not as easy with this ice. So here they put some sand down for grip, which is good. Thank you for that sand, whoever put it there. I've not seen the owl, no. I think Seafot saw it the other day, the NYC walking show. I have gone to Maine, Nicole. Went to Bar Harbor this past summer. Nicole, ice swimming. Well, maybe it'll be, if I do, it'll probably be the last time I go. Okay. Maybe this way and then I can get out of here easier. Be very careful here, it's a slope. I'm going to use the handrail. I'm going to use this handrail. Haven't seen any bald eagles. I know there's hawks around. There was the coyote sighting happened recently. Citizen app let me know that. Let's go this way. I'm just gonna keep going whichever way takes me more west. It's cold in LA, huh? I guess it's all relative, right? Ooh, these birds. Okay, no sand here. So we'll be extra careful. Those birds. Simran, thank you. Glad you enjoyed. I'll catch you again later on. Okay. Oak Bridge is here. I have hiking shoes on, but they're not great for snow. Well, not they're better than sneakers, I'll tell you that, but. All right, Oak Bridge. Thanks, Lisa. Today my walk will probably be maybe an hour 10, hour 15 total. All depends on how fast it takes me to get out of here, out of this park. Yeah, Sheila, apparently this whole coyotes in Central Park thing is real. Khalid, yes, Central Park. They sand some of the pathways, but not all of them. How can I get out of here easily? Maybe up ahead. Quite icy, yes, Sheila. Yeah, my goal right now is to get out of the park, so I see a way out. See a car coming. I don't know if he's gonna go or not. Actually, he has a red light. I have the green light. I don't know who keeps a pet coyote. Sedvik in Spain, hello. Yeah, this is the way out of the park. Appreciate that, Strawberry Fields. Louise, glad you're enjoying. Ooh, see, this is all sanded right now. It's just not everywhere. When's my next sunrise stream? That's a good question. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Oh, actually, I'll probably definitely do one on Friday. I'll walk along the East River for my commute. So if not tomorrow, definitely Friday. Let's cross the street. Andrew, hello to you. Buenos dias. We'll walk along American Museum of Natural History here. A mix called Koi Dogs. Interesting, Sheila. Yeah. Natural History Museum's right here on my left. Caleb, good morning. It's all relative, exactly, Dave. But yeah, it's easier when you have a bigger screen. some smart TVs with their YouTube channels now let you actually have the chat displayed on screen, but I guess you can't respond. Hey, big dog's in the house. Hello. Ooh, new T-Rex exhibit. T-Rex, the ultimate predator. Okay, I gotta check that out. Submit. Probably not today. It's becoming more difficult for me to do twice a day streams, especially evening ones. You can see the sunrise over Central Park too, a little bit. It's a bit cloudy now. Gareth, I've never been with Tom Delgado, but I know he makes some interesting content. And he's a lawyer too. I always say that. Yeah, there's a Teddy Roosevelt statue. Controversial at the moment. It's the American Museum of Natural History, my Meadow project. Approaching 81st Street, so I'm gonna go left from here as the next stretch of Central Park West seems to have service issues, even on Verizon. Patrick? No, I'm Patrick. This is Patrick. I usually don't go into that detail, Patrick. "17 seconds to cross, 15, I could do this. And I'm gonna go left. I did not watch the Super Bowl, I just had it out in the background. Thanks, Jade. Knoxville, Bob, hello. Is it Chinese New Year already today, Alvin? I thought it was, is it Friday or today? Or is it both? Does it start today? Temperature's about 26, 27 Fahrenheit. About. Again, museums on my left, you can see the, I always forget what they call the planetarium in there. Hayden or something? Yeah, I was a little taken aback when I saw that, Dave. I was not born in New York, but I lived here for almost 30 years now. Todd in Australia, hello. Uno Chicago Grill. Patagonia has a store here. Stex, hello. 7-Eleven, right? I gotta keep moving. Diana, glad you're enjoying. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Columbus Avenue. Maybe it's safer in terms of my service. Let's find out. About coffee. Debbie, hello. Yeah, this is a dog walking hour. Lots of folks walking their dog at this time. Approaching 82nd Street. West 82nd Street. Ramses, hello. Alex from Montenegro, hello, hello. Welcome. Stores have been pretty much open. Some, of course, had a lot more trouble than others, but restaurants, the ones that are able to remain open, have been doing delivery and takeout for a while. Outdoor dining is available, but indoor dining is supposed to open this Friday, just in time for Valentine's Day. Modern Bread on the left, better than H&H. Did I miss it? Might have. These are pretty spacious outdoor dining setups. Not all set for Valentine's Day, as far as I know. I know what I'd like to do on that day. Hopefully it'll be possible to do with baby. Who clears the other half of the sidewalk? I think at this point they're going to say this is clean. Ha. Bagels, the great bagel debate in New York City. There's definitely a few places that I personally like, but again, as long as it's a fresh bagel, hard to go wrong. You ever wonder how some of those food carts get to where they're going? There's an example. Vegemite bagels, interesting. Oof. Right, 86th Street. Oh, Ramses, you were in Lower Manhattan yesterday? Cool. Daza pants, hopefully you're able to make it. You can travel again. I heard lockdown in the UK is lasting for a couple more months. Quagmire, yes I am. Giggity giggity. Quagmire. 7:15 about in the morning. Thomas, definitely won't be going that far. Oh, there's no cars coming, I'm just gonna go. No signs of it, Des. Oh boy. Well, that's concerning, but hopefully sooner rather than later when it's safe, of course. Robin, thanks for stopping by. You know, Moon, I'm not exactly sure how the whole street vending thing works. I know that there's to acquire licenses, but I don't know how else they do things. Yeah, I know they have to get a license, but I don't know if the space that they put their carts and trucks are involved or included in that license, or if it's a separate one. A lot of nuances that I'm sure that I'm not even thinking about. Canavet RX, authorized retailer. Interesting. Elliot, interesting. Limited number of licenses in the spaces are zealously guarded. Well then, I guess I'm not too surprised. Fitting room, Supreme Martial Arts, Columbus Art Gallery, custom framing. Guess there's a Domino's around here. Cash Jordan would not be happy about that. Best place to buy vegan food? I'm sure there's vegan-only stores, but I'm sure that also Whole Foods can accommodate. There's definitely a lot of good vegan restaurants, from what I'm told. I've eaten at one of them, and it was actually pretty good. As a person who's not really going out of their way to get vegan food. Just not for me. But yeah. Anastasia, hello. Welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Christina, hey. I'm so sorry to hear about your cat. 18. Wow. I'm sure you gave each other lots of joy and love. Best piece of places that I know of. Make sure I make that light. The ones I'll go out of my way for, because they're very far from where I am, are like LMB Spumoni Gardens. That's really about it. I mean, I guess Juliana's is another one that I would go to out of my way to go and get. Patrick, almost 7:30, I believe. D'Agostino is an expensive supermarket. I wouldn't go there if I didn't have to. Party City, how are any of them still open? Yeah, I know Adam's not here right now, Romachek 75, but he also has a cat who he mentioned was sick and he had to give it medicine very early every morning. I'm not sure about the general price of housing in this area. I know there is some public housing here to New York City, and there's also more expensive housing. But in general, I don't think this area is super expensive, but parts of it can be. I mean, we are right next to Central Park, so there's always that to take into consideration. Is the parking free? The parking on the side streets is more likely to be free than on the big avenues. And on the big avenues, it could be free after a certain hour. You just gotta look at the signs. So after 7 p.m. it'll be free, and Sundays it's free. Yeah, Trader Joe's is definitely, I'd take a few extra blocks to go to Trader Joe's over D'Agostino's. Oh, the electric signs, you must be referring to the Link NYC stations. So they offer advertisements, of course, but also Wi-Fi. Pretty fast Wi-Fi, actually. And you can make a free phone call from them, too. Still 26 degrees, huh? Interesting. I saw something about average price to rent a parking spot. Do you mean in a garage or like on the streets? On the street, you'd probably be up to like $10 in an hour. But also can vary depending on the area. In a garage, much more expensive. Jan Guevara, hello. Sounds like you and your kitty have been through a lot, Christina. Yeah, I got my best wishes to you, the family. It's a difficult time. I have a New York apartment one day, Melina. Well, if it won't be my own, maybe eventually, you can check out Cash Jordan's YouTube channel. He shows a lot of rental units in New York. I think it's worth taking a look at. All you can eat sushi. Always a little bit wary of that. But in general, I'm kind of excited about this building. It's like they just built this house here. Huh. Here are the old school NYC phone booths. Eli Cohen, glad you're enjoying. Philly, yeah, he's pretty good. He puts out some good stuff. Old school phone booths. I wonder if it still works. I'm not going to touch it though, even with my gloves. Ramsey's. Today I'm not going to be going for much longer. My longest live stream has been The Great Saunter, where I streamed for about almost 10 hours total that day. Oh, so they only have a left turn so I can go. Okay, let's go. Yeah, landline is something I never got again ever since I moved. Last time I had a landline, out these link actually able to pull up YouTube videos and watch them on them before, but they had to stop that pretty soon because people would just gather around and sit here. But yeah, you can make phone calls and you can charge as well. My first day back was Monday. It was all right, but tiring. I'm hoping today goes okay too. I'd rather not have any excitement. Ramsey's, no car. Yes, my walk to work, yes. Thank you, Owen. Whole Foods on my left, with a fire truck just in front. Gareth, yes, she does, sometimes. Hopefully right now she's sleeping, because the baby was sleeping when I left. Still about 26, 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, a car in New York is rarely a convenience. Because you know you gotta with the parking and the price to just keep one here, it has more headaches than it does conveniences, I would say. Ooh. Any plans to repeat that long live stream? Maybe. I might do a different type of walk, where I walk the Great Bridges, which is longer than the Saunter. Monitor Gazer, hello to you in Japan. Very cool. I started in Midtown, about 34th Street or so, First Avenue. Actually, yeah, so we reached 100th Street and Columbus Avenue, which is around the place I wanted to end up on the stream. So, right, you can't walk over the Verrazano Bridge, right, Alex? So, I think this is where I'm gonna stop the stream so I can get to work and get through the day. Kayla, I'll answer your question before I go. I mean, it's up to you, of course. If you have support system here, it makes it much easier. And again, make sure you have work or enough savings lined up to help you with that. But again, everyone who joined me today, thank you for joining. Thanks to all the super chats, super stickers, members, old viewers, new viewers alike. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd like to catch you in the next one. Again, thanks everyone. Mods, as always, fantastic work. Have a great rest of the day, wherever you are. Bye everyone.